So you may have just picked up your iPhone 15 and you might be trying to figure out the first applications that you should probably delete off this particular phone. Now, there are a few different apps I'd recommend kind of removing first beyond all the other ones, and we'll kind of get into this basically throughout this video. First of all, any of the iPhone 15s or any iPhones that you currently own, the first apps I'd recommend deleting are the apps that a lot of people probably will never use, and just removing them and deleting them in the first place will probably give you a much cleaner version of iOS, and you can save some data too. The first apps are basically all the pre-built apps that Apple basically gives you. So the first one I'd probably tell you to remove is iMovie. iMovie is an application that allows you to edit up your videos and photos and all this, or just mostly videos, and make videos from your particular phone. There's better apps out there than iMovie. I think CapCut is way better than this one. If you use iMovie a lot, then keep it. But if you don't, I would probably just recommend removing and deleting this application in general. So hold down the iMovie application if you don't plan on using it, click on Remove App, and just delete this application. It doesn't make a lot of sense to keep it if you don't plan on using it, so just go ahead and delete it. GarageBand is another one of these types of applications. This is a music making app, and I used to use GarageBand a lot on my phone, but more recent times, I've had Logic Studio and all these other ones, so there's not really a huge point for me to even use this one anymore. So what I would recommend doing here too, go ahead and just delete this application. If you've never used GarageBand, if you don't plan on using it, just go and remove it. The best thing about these apps is that you can delete them and you can always re-download them completely for free if you really want to. Now, Clips is another one of these applications. What this particular application does is that it gives you basically like a editing, it basically allows you to edit videos in portrait mode kind of. So it's like a TikTok, they basically made this specifically for TikTok and like Instagram Reels and stuff. It's cool though, it's really fun, but it's another one of those things you don't really need. So I'd probably just recommend deleting that application too. Now we're getting into some of these more other ones, which, there's decent options out there if you want to use, but they're kind of more like professional applications. So these are like Numbers, the Word document option that they have. There's a lot of these types of applications that they have that I don't really think a lot of people need to use. Even somebody like me who ends up using, like Excel and stuff kind of a lot, I don't even really need to use this stuff anymore. Like I don't use Sheets because Google has a lot better alternatives in my opinion. So something like this within Google, Numbers here, it basically allows you to edit up spreadsheets and all this stuff that I mentioned before. It's cool, gets the job done, but this is another one of those applications that you don't really need to use. Just from those 4 applications here, I just want to showcase to you and take a little break of how much storage we would have saved. So under iPhone storage here, GarageBand takes up 1.6 gigabytes on my phone. I've maybe made like a few songs within GarageBand, and it just doesn't, I don't really need that much data within this particular application, so I should have just deleted this. Same thing with iMovie. iMovie is taking up 674.9 megabytes, no more than that, it's taking up 789.3 megabytes. That is a massive amount of data just taken up from this particular phone that I don't even need to use. So these 2 applications would have saved me over 2 gigabytes if I just deleted them. But then we're getting into these other ones, like Keynote. Keynote is another one of these applications that's supposed to be giving you kind of like a PowerPoint type of alternative. Now, if you use PowerPoint and Google Sheets a lot, it's a very, very good application just to keep. Just keep it on your phone, and you'll basically be able to go ahead and have this type of device, this type of, application on your device. If you're opening up PowerPoints a lot, it's actually kind of cool to have this type of capability. But like I said, a lot of people don't need it, and I, for one, don't need it on this phone either. So you could probably just delete it here. And another one of these is basically that Pages. So Pages is another one that just you don't really need, 446.1 megabytes. I don't think I've really ever used Pages before either. I probably open it up and use it once or twice. So this is another one of those apps, and I only have one thing within this, and it's saved on the cloud, and it's taking up that much data. So I'd recommend just deleting this application too. The final one I'd probably recommend deleting if you plan on using it a lot is Facebook. Facebook is an app that just takes up so much data, and over time, the more and more you use it, much like other apps, it just takes up more and more data. There's always issues going on with Facebook. So I would recommend deleting the Facebook application and just using Facebook within your web browser. So open up Facebook, on your specific web browser, and just go ahead and delete it from your particular application. That way you're still getting a lot of the capability and functionality within Facebook. You're just not having to go through and use the app all the time. So that pretty much covers it up here. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video.